Now, Jaja, I sit down for this gram. Now they see things way big past me. Oh. Hey, where is this my back scratcher? Because my back don't they scratch me for where we did. Omo, tori full everywhere. Oh. How are you doing? Hello, Henry the Great. How is the audio? Una they hear me? Is the audio good? CMC, how you day? The audio is good. All right, so I'm waiting for my guest. 1 second, guys. Let me see where he is. Oopsie. What's wrong with this? Ah, man. All right, we're back on Facebook, on YouTube. Sorry for that breaking transmission, YouTube. I needed to get the gentleman's details.
Hello, Daddy. Please, can you hear me? Good evening.
Good evening. I can hear you. How are you doing? Your network no come good at all. Oh. Hey, Nigerian network.
I'm using the small network.
It's not good at all. I mean, like me, no good. Make I change the network.
Good evening, Daddy. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, that's good.
I can hear you, but you are breaking.
I'm using the... Can you hear me clearly now?
No. Can you use another network?
Hold on.
Change it to your phone. Your phone will be better. This smile no good though. The network no smile. Now frown be the network where you use take they call me so.
Let me change the router.
Please switch to your normal phone network.
Can you hear me now?
You no get MTN network.
I have MTN. Let me put it on.
Switch to MTN. MTN is better. So he has a very, very touching story that I like us all to hear. Usually I don't come live on Friday, so I'm not going to take too much time. You don't change on to MTN now. Somebody say if network done good, make you call me, I go come back. Nobody go call you. Now, somebody said 13-year-old should not be a house girl. You see, you have to understand the situation in Nigeria. It's very easy to judge people in Nigeria, and I used to be like that too. Here is my take on those issues. Yes, a 13-year-old should not be a house girl. But sometimes now that house girl work, now they provide these children with food to eat because their parents no fit take care of them, they no fit send them go school. So where did they work? Now from there they used to go school. We need to talk about this. This is not the time, this is not the forum, but you need to understand what I'm talking about. Sometimes, in as much as the act look like, say, the thing bad, sometimes now waiting they save some of these people from hunger. Now you they see so. So yes, now Nigeria we know if you use abroad, I take look 13-year-old for Nigeria. Hey, hey. Sometimes no get out of house get work. Now once a day go to chop for village.
Hello, Daddy Prince. Good evening.
All right, good evening. This is slightly better. At least we can see you. So tell us your story.
Okay, well, I'll start this way. My name is Lawrence Portharcourt Man. I reside in Portharcourt.
Nice to meet you, Lawrence.
Nice to meet you, Daddy Prince. I've been following you everywhere online, listening to your lovely message. And I see the beautiful food that your wife makes online, and it's so tempting and makes me alive bake, including my wife.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for bringing me on your life. Well, now stuff like this, sometime in 2020, when my wife needed someone to help her with the kids, she opted.
Network. Be like say I go call this guy directly. Hold on. Let me call you directly. Can you send me a text message, not WhatsApp, text message? Let me call you.
I was like, okay, let's try it.
Hold on. We can't hear you at all. Your network did very bad.
Can you hear me clearly?
No.
Can you hear me clearly?
No.
Can you hear? Hold on, Daddy. Hold on. This child, I will plug you a router. You need to switch off my router. Go inside the room. Sit down quietly.
No flogger. Okay, I did hear you now. All right, so let me hear the story. Yes.
Okay, so back in 2020, when my wife needed someone to assist her with the kids, because I have two boys. One will be 4 years this year, one is 3 years. So she opted to get a girl from her mom's village, and she's related to her mother. So she came into the house, that was 2020, and my first encounter with the girl, sleeping in my son's room one night, because I'm always awake. I sleep every day around 4 o'clock or 3 a.m., because sometimes I always stay up late nights and I read and I try to make some research and a lot of things. So I entered my son's room in the midnight, and I was like, looking at her sleeping in a funny position.
She was sleeping in a funny position.
In a very funny
You know what? Let me call you. This is not going to work. Let me call you directly. You can leave the photo on. Can you give me a phone number I can call?
Okay, 0813.
Hold on. You know what? Send me a DM. I don't want the whole world to have your phone number. You announce your number.
Oh, okay. All right.
Or text me. Just say hello with that number. You know my number now. Oh yeah, send them to me. Oh yeah, I'm waiting. Oh, you don't send me.
Oh yes, on your WhatsApp. I've sent the number.
Hey, send it to me on my Instagram. My WhatsApp is. I'm not a WhatsApp person. I don't use that. I tell you before. Send them to me for Instagram.
Sorry.
Just send them as Instagram DM.
If I come out from this screen that the free.
Okay, don't worry. Let me go and look for the WhatsApp. People know they believe this thing when I tell them, say, I know they sabi do WhatsApp.
Now,
The two of them now, Odo about 100. Fail, the two of them.
Can you hear me clearly now?
Don't worry, I will call you. No worry.
Okay.
This thing no fit work. We no fit see you, we no fit hear you. So I go call you direct now. All right. So everybody can hear now.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Oh yeah, mute your Instagram mic. Mute your Instagram mic. Leave the visual on, but just mute it.
Okay. Can you hear me clearly?
We can hear you better.
Okay. Good. So back in 2020, my wife needed somebody to assist her in the house.
Okay.
So she sought the help of her mother to get something from the village that is related to her, which she did.
Okay.
The girl came, and in the first instance, I told my wife, I said, any way my children are dressing is the same way we should dress. You understand that it's true, because I came from a home where my parents, they never segregated anything for, So I think the girl left my own daughter to put her in a private school.
You put her in a private school.
Yes, in a private school.
Okay.
She couldn't read and write. Because my wife was asking her, what class were you in last time? She was like, primary 5.
Okay.
How did you end up primary 5 without reading and writing? I told my wife, I said, she's going to go back to primary 2 so that she can have a solid foundation.
Can you hold the phone close to your mouth? Hold the phone close to your mouth.
Okay.
Better.
Okay. So I told my wife, I said her foundation is shaky. So it's better to take her back to primary school so that she can have a good foundation and a good start in life. So she was going to school, even making trouble off and on. So there was one time. Can you hear me clearly that is please?
I can hear you, but I don't know your network or your video, everything just get as it be, but just continue. Oh yeah, go on.
Okay, so it's not like the girl, she's not the house help, that is good. She's related to my wife's mother.
Oh, okay. She's not a house help directly.
No,
She's like a relative.
Yes. So one night I walked into my son's room and I saw her sleeping in an awkward position.
She was sleeping in an awkward position. Describe this awkward position.
You know that the truth when somebody is lying straight, the way her leg was, her 2 legs were very off. So I came in and I was like, why are you sleeping like this? I had to eat the 2 legs. I said, wake up. Are you fine in the night?
She put her leg for war.
Yeah. So I was like, are you fine in the night? Because I had encountered an experience with such things. So I approached my wife and I told my wife, I said, I'm suspecting witchcraft here. But my wife did not believe me.
Your wife no agree.
She not agree. My wife did not agree. It was like the girl, a small girl, this and that. I said, you will not understand. The time went on, even my 55-inch TV in the house. He said that this girl came. The next day she broke it.
No. I don't even understand again. No, as in 65-inch television.
Yeah, she
Wow.
She broke the TV. And in the morning, when I was about going to work, I noticed it. And my wife was like, my son had broken the TV.
No, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me break this down to you.
Okay.
So you hired this girl,
Yes.
and the first thing you noticed was that she was sleeping in an awkward position.
Yes. An awkward position.
What made you suspect witchcraft?
Because I've had experiences with certain things like this.
Wow. Wow.
I've had experience with certain things like this. So I know from understanding that is witchcraft.
Okay.
Because, so I approached my wife, and my wife said, Rapper, you broke the TV. I said, no, it's not one.
Okay, so the next day you now noticed that your TV was broken.
Broken, yes.
Hmm.
So, and I called the girl. She said she denied that she's not the one. But I believe in my instinct that she was the one that broke the TV. This matter lingered for a long time. So, in the house, some things will happen in the house. I'll call my wife. I'll say, find out from Toma what is going on. But Toma now, she's a smart child. Sometimes she has smashed my wife, that is it. But I said, if you try to outsmart my wife, don't try it with me. I'm a billion times smarter than you. So now that the truth is, the TV, when things got broken, as a father in the home, I come back from work, the whole house is silent. So the next day that it freeze, I went to get that 65 inches.
Wow.
And everything man fell. It cost me over 600K. I bought that, I installed it. My first son now was the one that broke that TV. All because of still the same girl. So
How did he break it? How did he break it and then you are blaming the girl?
But the girl was standing in front of the TV and my son was standing with the feeding bottle. So my wife was breastfeeding my second son. And she was like, Thomas, take that bottle from Raphael. So she left it. So he threw the bottle at the TV. And the TV got damaged.
Wow.
So I said, in short, I'm not buying any TV for the house. People will stay like that. So the TV in my room, or even the one in my room. Finally, my son put that one. So this time now, I started using my laptop. Then, see, to cut the story short, my generator started knocking engine at the street. 3 good times, we see big holes under the engine, mysterious holes. My security man, my neighbors, was like, they've never seen such a thing like this. So I told my wife, this is not normal. Even my car, when I want to go out or I go to the office, I open the bonnet and see wires sticking up in my car. Strange things happen in my car. Why eating up in my car? I would say, what's happening? So my security man came, he brought one medicine and said I should put it around the car because of rats. The certificate is rat. So this one lingered on. Now, when all these things were happening, and I called my wife, I said, see, this girl is going to go. So you know what that is? I sent the girl packing back to the village, and my wife was very angry. The day I was sending the girl back, my wife said it in front of her. I said she's not going back. I was like, honey, what are you doing? We're not sitting in the house here. So I called my cabman, and one Yoruba man, he came, organized everything, tried to take her back. So my wife was like, she's going to follow her to the village. I said, you're not going anywhere. That's the only thing that they're trying to manipulate you. So everybody was against me. That I'm sending the girl back. People, my wife wife's mother, my brother-in-law, they were like, why would I send her back? I said, I can no longer cope with such things. So the girl got to the village, and in the village, they now called her and was like, what happened? She was telling them that I said that she's a witch. But outright, I never said she was a witch. I told you that the things I'm experiencing from her, but she has to go. So this was that same day that please, my wife entered her room, go back all her things, say she didn't marry.
Uh-uh.
All this monster that is free, you know, take the marriage. I mean, I looked at my wife like this. I think that you could, because of this child, you're leaving your marriage. So the cab man that came to catch my wife was like, madam, if it's husband is short, I'm not carrying you again. Go and settle with your husband. So I have to open the car, get my wife's things out of the car. But even in the house, you know, we were not talking, she was not talking with me, but sometimes, because I had sent the girl back. So I told her, I said, whatever it is, I will help you in the house. Whatever thing you need, in terms of helping the children or assisting them, I am there. I will help you. You know, she can't agree. She decided, actually, you know, that was getting too much. She now came again, spoke with me, and told me that, oh, honey, please, we need to bring the girl back.
This same girl?
I'm telling you, yes. Because, you know, that is, I was scared of bringing external bodies to come and look after my children. Because I don't trust outsiders with my children. So, again, we got the girl back again, you know. This time, she came back, stayed with us for a long time. Then now, coming to 2022.
Continue.
Hello?
I can hear you. Continue.
Hello?
I can hear you. Hello? I did the phone with you here. Let me call his number again. Because he cannot see me on the live again. Is it better now? I can hear him. All right. They could not hear you, so it's better like this here. Oh, yeah, talk now.
Oh, so sorry. So sorry. Okay, so, you know...
You guys can hear, Abi.
We got the girl back. You know that it's it. So, we put her back in school. And this 2022 now, in order to start replacing my things Okay, so in order to start replacing my things in the house, my TV...
I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead.
So I started to replace my things in the house, my TVs that got broken. I got a new one for the parlor.
No, switch off the Instagram. Don't worry. I can hear you on the phone. The Instagram is echoing.
And I bought another generator.
Hello?
The big one.
Switch off the Instagram. We're on the phone.
Can you hear me, sir?
Remove me from Instagram. Forget the Instagram. Let's be on the phone.
Okay. Okay, so, you know, I now got a generator and
okay.
TV. I got a 55-inch for the parlor and a 50-inch for my room. You know. So I found out that as I bought this data, my house property started coming on fire that is reason. You know.
Property started coming on fire.
I'm telling you. I went out, my neighbor called me that what's happening, sir. fire started in your room, and my two kids were there with the girl. So I rushed back home immediately. I saw that my house was flooded with water and salt. They were pouring salt on the floor of my house everywhere. I understood what the power of salt can do. So my wife was very scared, afraid. And I was like, it's okay, we'll get to the bottom of this. So as I was going out again, sir, next thing, my wife called another fire again. This time in the kitchen. Things started burning in the kitchen. Again, I had to dash back home again. They put off the fire. Then another fire again now, sir, in my children's bedroom. This one I saw it live. My children's mattress was burning. So they got everything out from the room, people, salt and water again. So I said, hey, enough is enough. I will need to know who is responsible for this. So because I used to hear about our file that is free. So we got an alpha. My wife got an alpha. I was already going out. So I now asked the man, I said,
that's a Muslim cleric.
Yes, a Muslim cleric. I said, are you an alpha? Are you an alpha? The man said yes. So I said, please, I need to know who is behind all these things, destroying my property. So he said I should not worry, that we'll get to the bottom of this. So he came into the house that I should take him to where the fire started, and ended. The one fire happened at the back of my home. That one destroyed a lot of things, including burnt all my children's uniforms that were on the line there. Another thing. So I now told him, he now said, okay, we should bring out 4K. We brought out 4,000. He started doing some incantations. Next thing now, you see that he now came and said, who is this girl staying with you people? I said, she's related to my wife. But even pastors came by the freeze. They will be asking questions, saying, who is this girl staying with you? But nobody was saying anything. But in the end, I told my wife, I said, we'll go with the alpha. So the alpha now started coming. He will say, today, my friend, bring 20,000. Bring 10,000. Bring 30,000. That means I was doling out monies, because we're under fear and pressure. So this thing now lingered and lingered to the extent that this alpha started telling us that I should get money, 3,000. He said, how old is your sons? I said, my sons, they are 3 years and 2 years. So like, I should bring 3,000, then bring 2,000. I should use it and rub on their body and squeeze it and come. And come with the clothes I wore when the fire was burning, with my palm slippers. I gave him everything. They said they are going to burn everything. I said, no problem. So the next day again, the alpha came that I should bring more money. So we kept bringing out money that the free. I said, I want to know who is responsible. He said, they're not the youth thing as a point person. I said, okay. But he said, when the person finally surfaces, that even if people are saying we should harm the person, that we should not do that. I said, no, I'm not that kind of person, but I need to know who is responsible. Because every time I leave my house, they are sending fire to burn my property. My wife was so very scared that that she could not even stay in the house again. She couldn't even go to the bathroom or the toilet to even use the loo. I have to keep following her up and down. At a point in time, I had to even call my director in the office. So they were like, okay, I should sort myself out first, before coming to work again. So this I did, until when the alpha now came again. This time my sister-in-laws were around. The alpha came and told us that he's going to light a candle in my house, in the center of my parlor, which he did. And that, which he did. So I now told him, I said, that's not the problem. He now went to my backyard. He was now doing incantations. I bought schnapps as he requested. Because when you do incantations...
Alpha, they drink schnapps. Oh, go.
Eh?
Alpha, they collect schnapps.
He collects schnapps.
Oh, go.
So,
alpha@yahoo.com.
He started doing incantations at the priest. So he started doing incantations. As he was doing the incantations now, he said we should be praying. As we were praying at the freeze, he just said I should come. I came to the backyard where my deep freezer was at the freeze. You know what I saw? I saw something just appeared on the freezer at the freeze. Hello?
Something like what appeared?
And then something appeared with cowries and a small mirror on it. You know this thing that these native doctors use the thing appeared with cowrie, you know, and a small mirror on it. So the answer was like, this is the thing that is causing problem in your house, yes. So I was like, really? He said they are going to remove it. I should go and get a black bag. That he put it inside, that is going to be buried. I said, okay, no problem. I did all those. That they are going to remove the bad thing out of that thing and give me the good thing. Inside my thoughts, I was like, I did not ask for this type of thing. You know? So now, myself and my wife, the next day, we went to meet the Alpha again. He said we should come to meet him. We went. This time, he took us to another place to meet another man. Now, we were inside the house. The man now said we should kneel down. There was something under a pot that he sees. One voice was talking out of the thing. He said that the thing, they can't see. So the man was like, this thing where they come out from my house now, said they go bury her, but we go need to bring another money again. We go need to buy male and female pig that is free. I said, okay, how much is the male pig? That is free. They say male pig 170K. Female pig 170K. That's everything 340K that is free. I said, there and there, myself and my wife, we transferred money again to these people that is free. So as we were there, I said, inside of me was, my spirit was not okay with this. I said, no, this thing is not right. I feel like God started talking to me that is free. I told my wife, this thing doesn't seem right. You know. So we left. Then my wife now told her mother. Her mother now said she's going to get a pastor. So that was some pastors came to my house, sir. You know, but no one was able to say, okay, this is the person doing this thing. I even went to the church. You know, I ran there. My wife called me again and fire again. Then if you look at me, I was running like a mad person in the church, shouting. No pastor followed me to my house.
Did they fear? At least after I get mine, follow you, go collect money.
No pastor followed me to the house, sir, until when the thing got worse. So now my mother-in-law now said we should not worry that she's going to get her pastor. I said, okay, no problem. Now you see that after that one, strange handwriting started coming on the wall and floor of my home. You know,
strange handwriting.
I'm telling you.
So what did you tell Afa Wire about this strange handwriting?
Yes, I told him later on. They were still collecting money. So now this strange writing, they wrote on the floor of the room of my son's room. They wrote, pay me. Then in my room, it wrote, pay me. I just started thinking, I was like, who am I owing? I'm not owing anybody. And the only people that I think that I may be owing are my drivers back then, when I was logistics manager, because they had contribution monies that they gave me. And when I resigned, you know, their money was stopped because the company did not even pay me my benefit. So I told them, I said, it's okay, I'm going to sort all of you out. So that night that it is, I was thinking, I said, are they the ones responsible? I started calling all of them one by one that it is. And you know what I did? My personal monies that it is what I use in sorting out all these drivers. My personal monies, not even the company's money again. So
oh God.
I sorted all of them out, and they were thanking me so much. So now, there was a day the writing came. Another one came in the kitchen, my home. So I looked at the writing. I said, this writing is sounding familiar to me. My mother-in-law was in the house. The writing came again. It said, Grandma, if you leave this house, you will be in trouble. So my grandmother was like, whoever is writing this thing, whenever the thing writes, my grandmother will go and speak and say, you can't do anything. So I told my wife, I said, don't be afraid. Whatever you see writing on the wall, you speak to that writing. You're a child of God. You speak over to it.
Hallelujah.
So you speak over to it. Because I'm not scared of anything that is free. So the next minute now, keep quiet. So the next minute now, that is free. This writing lingered and continued. My wife was no more sleeping in the house again. She takes my 2 children. She goes to sleep in her mother's house. She was crying that I should follow that. I said, no, I'm not going anywhere. I said, God cannot make me the head of this home, and I'll run away from any devil. No way. So now my security man, he was really pain. He was crying. I said, you have lost a lot of your properties. I said, it's okay, don't worry. We'll get them back. So my security man came. He was sitting in my house here with me. two of us. Yeah, I said, let me see that devil that wants to keep writing on the wall. So the girls followed my wife. They went to her mother's house. They came back the next day. This thing still lingered in the house. On December 31st, the writing came on the wall and said, we should leave the house before 7 p.m. You know. So I now gathered my family that is free. I said, okay, we'll go to church. So while we are in the church, it was around 11:45 p.m. going to New Year. So I told my wife and my mother in the church, I said, I'm going to leave people in church. I'm going to go back to the house. I want to see that devil that is writing on the wall. So I went back to the house alone. They were in church. So while I was there, I came back, my security man were praying, you know, and I was like, whoever is writing this, I said, I'm ready to forgive you. On one condition, if you are ready and genuinely ready to come to Christ, I will forgive you, whoever, you know. So, this thing did not stop with that decree. Continuously, they even tried to match my washing machine with the write-off, you know. And one day I was looking at the write-off. I said, this paint is familiar. I said, this is my son's crayon that is being used. So the girl, the next day, was giving my son a pen. I said, you don't give a child a pen. You either give him a pencil or a crayon to play with. So I told her, I said, get me his crayon bag. She got it for me. And that the black crayon was not inside the bag. You know. So, and I now told her, I said, where is the black crayon? I said, this is that same black crayon that spirit is sitting to write on the wall of this house. It's okay, I will find out. So that one passed. Then the next day that is week, I was in the parlor. You know, my mother-in-law came with one pastor. So the pastor was like, he has seen similar things like this, that we should not worry. So he will come the next day that is free. So after that, now that is the next day, you know that is free. I was in the parlor when I was sitting down talking to my son. I just heard the voice of God. The voice of God said, run into your son's room now. But I didn't go immediately, that is free. Can you hear me, that is free?
I can hear you clearly.
So I didn't go to my son's room immediately. So the next thing, the girl came out of the room, sir, and said, Daddy, look at the crayon that was being used to write on the wall. I laughed, that is free. And I said, God, I said, thank you. That is what you wanted me to go and see inside the room. To see her dropping the crayon on the ground. So I took the crayon from her. You know what I did, that is free?
What?
In the evening, I now started scrutinizing the writings on the wall. What I did, I didn't tell anybody. I entered my son's room, locked the door. I went to the girl's school bag. I took all her books out, that is free. I started scrutinizing the writings. That is free. The letter G, letter A, letter R, letter P, letter S, all of them tallied with what she had in her book. So I called my wife and I said, see, honey, this is what I found out. And I think Choma is the one responsible for all these things going on in the house with whoever she's doing it with, because it was spiritual. So I called my mother-in-law. This was around 10 in the night, sir. I called my mother and I said, Mommy, you are going to come to my home this night. I said, even if it's midnight, I will send somebody to pick you up. So I sent my cabman, they went to pick my mother-in-law. She came. She was even telling me that she's even suspecting the girl. That she has even confronted her and told her, say, my spirit is telling me that you are the one behind all this. So I called the girl. I said, please, tell me the truth. I said, we love you as a family. You know, we want the best for you. What do you know about this fire and these strange writings on the wall of the house? She said, no, she doesn't know anything. I called her and said, okay, look at the writings in your book and the writings on the wall. They all tally. She still denied. So I said, no problem. I said, people should know, nobody should eat her. So my mother-in-law the next day called her pastor. The pastor came. So the pastor was very angry. He was like, we have seen cases like this that we shouldn't worry. So he took the girl outside. They sat down. She was comfortable. So in the next minute, this girl was confessing. Hello, Daddy.
I'm listening to you. I dey enjoy you. I dey hear you. She just started confessing.
The girl was confessing that that she's responsible for the destruction of our properties in the house. and the strange writings on the wall. Because back then, that is it, when I drove this girl that first time back to the village, she told us that a girl in the village gave her a stone. That the people she's coming to stay with, that they will die one by one, that their properties will be destroyed gradually. So when I told my wife this story, my wife didn't believe. She said, "Small child cannot make this up." I told my wife, I said, "Honey, are you sure you know what you are saying? A small child cannot wake up and just come and start making such utterances from her mouth.
Wow.
There's something connected to what she's doing." My wife did not believe, but deep inside of me, I was convinced that she's the one doing everything. So when everybody quarreled with me then because of this issue that I don't know what I'm saying, I said, "It's okay, no problem." So now, when that pastor got her, she started confessing that she's the one that is responsible for the fires and everything, that people might car, that there's a girl in the marine kingdom that has 24 children, that they are the ones responsible, that they knocked my generator engine 3 times, then my car in the compound, they've been eating the wires in my car. I said, wow. I said that it feels good bones came on my body. I was cold. Then she said my dog, because we had an Alsatian dog, he's dead now. She said they killed the dog that refused.
Wow, what did the dog do them?
The dog, because in the night that it is then, this dog will be barking. I'll go outside in the night. I'll say, "Why are you barking?" I'll just hit her for head, go inside. She now told us that there was a time that girl from the marine kingdom came in the spiritual, that the dog chased the girl till she jumped over the gate. I said, wow. My wife was afraid that it is. So I told my wife, I said, "Don't be afraid of anything. We'll get to the bottom of all this." So now, that is it. The pastor now called her into the house, and told her that whatever you have done, stand in the center of the parlor here and tell them. The girl didn't want to talk, but we had already heard everything. She now started talking again. So now that is it, my mother-in-law was in the parlor there. I now told my mother-in-law, I said, "Have you people now seen it? This was what I was trying to tell all of you from the beginning. But you all were against me." So I told my wife, I said, "You and your family you're going to make an apology to me, because I was very correct from day one. With all the insults, left, right, center, coming at me. I didn't mind." But my mother-in-law later apologized to me. And I was like, "Lawrence, we are very sorry." I was like, "Mommy, that's okay." These girls, sir, these alphas, they scammed us to the tune of 1 million naira that is free. 1 million. And my wife was crying. I said, "It's okay, don't cry. Money can go, properties can go, but life, if it's gone, you can't get life.
You can't get it back,
So my mother-in-law was in the parlor. She was shocked. So I asked, "Choma, with all the things these people did for you, you mean you go this extent?" So I called the girl. I said, "Where did we wrong you? Just tell us. We'll be ready to look into that and sort it out." So the girl was like telling my wife that in the first place, that my wife, she wanted to go for a birthday party of one of her classmates. My wife didn't allow her, because my wife doesn't allow her to go out, because a child at that age, entering into puberty stage, you have to really watch them very well. So the girl now started talking. My wife now said, "Okay, this is that. Is that the only thing? This cannot be the reason, Choma. There's something more than this." So the girl didn't speak again. Now, I told my wife and my mother-in-law, I said, nobody should please lay their hands on her, because I know how the outcome of things are like this. Because in Nigeria, when we see things, I will start rushing to pick up the person. So I said, nobody touches her, because I don't want anything to happen. If anything happens, I will be held responsible. So now that the girl now, she was, when you catch somebody has done something bad, she couldn't move any longer again. She knew that I had found out the truth and everything. So I called my wife. I said, "Honey, have you seen it now?" And I tried to explain things to you back then, but you refused to listen to me. So I said, but that's okay. You're my wife. I forgive you. You know, because that the thing, see, my wife, she had me slap for compound because of this girl.
Your wife tear you slap on top this same matter.
And they tell you that the truth back then, because of this girl back then. So you see, when she did, I still told her, and I said, you slapped me because of this child, and you are saying that now this is the truth. So I told my wife, but that's okay. I know how to sort things out with you. You know, so my neighbors, some of them were like, madam, you have to apologize to your husband. He was very correct from day one. So I said, it's okay. Even if she doesn't apologize, I know how to deal with things with her, my wife. So now, you see that the thing is, my wife has been in shock, emotional shock, all this while, you know. She can't go out, she can't do anything. I have to be assisting her in the house. You know, until the next day, when everything has subsided, you know, I started repairing the things that got burnt in the house, you know, changing a lot of things. I even told my landlord, because my wife was like, we'll pack out from this compound. I said, pack out to where? You never finish with problem. You want pack with problem, go another house. No, my wife, they don't do things like that. So you know what that is? My landlord, in the night, he sent his mobile men. They came to my house. You know, in the night, the mobile men, they came here. They were like, what's going on? So they saw these strange items on the wall. They were like, okay, you people, you have to sort this one out, either through church or through another way. I said, no problem. They left. I said, this will not be Moko matter. You know, so after all said and done that the field, you know what, the girl now, she was trying to steal super. But I looked at her, I said, I'm not seeing superness. But now, funny enough, that people started saying, do this to her, you people should do that to her. I told my wife, I said, no, we are not doing anything. You see, because that is free. I have a heart of forgiveness. You understand? And that's how my parents raised us. You know, I have a heart of forgiveness. Because I know that Christ was never unforgiving. You know, even when Christ said, love your enemies, I came to understand that portion of the Bible that is here. And I told my wife, you know that the free there and then, even as the girl has even done a lot of havoc to us, I came, I called her, I hugged her, my wife hugged her, and I told her, I said, we are forgiving you. You know? So she was crying. So now the pastor that came was like, sir, I've never seen a thing like this in my life. He said even the people that he knows, even big men in Lagos, that you know many of them that pastors have similar stories like this, and pastors have made them to do certain things with those people. He said, but you, he said, you humbled me. He said, to the extent of your forgiving, I said, yes. I said, that is the mind of Christ.
Absolutely.
So the next day that is free, my wife woke up from sleep and she was telling me, honey, she's no longer comfortable with the girl staying here. And I told my wife, I said, oh, that's good. Your eyes are open now. I said, you can do what you want to do. So my wife said she'll send her back. I said, that's good. I said, good, we are forgiving her. If you want to send her back, no problem. So my wife got her ready. My wife didn't want her to know she was going back to the village the next day. She just told her, you go back to the village, you go and meet your parents so that they will sort out whatever is wrong with you. So my wife did not allow her to pack some of her clothes because my wife bought many clothes for her during the Christmas period. Worth over 100 and something thousand for her. That she wants her to wear them and dress very nicely, you know, put together with the other one she has. Now my wife refused to let those clothes come. So I called my wife. I said, please, release those clothes to her. My wife said no, because she was angry, you know, because many of my wife's wigs and other things, both my wife's goods, they all got burnt. For my wife, these are the kiddies' shoes, bag, you know. So the next thing now that the freeze, she sent the girl back. If as the girl got to the village that the freeze, the mother of the girl started searching her bag and was like, where are her clothes? Where are her clothes? That my wife should send the clothes back. My wife now spoke to the mother and was like, madam, is this the story that you tell us for the destruction your daughter had caused? So I called my wife. I said, please, those clothes, I know how painful it is. But you see, when you have the mind of Christ, please, those clothes, you know you are going to buy them for that child, for the girl. You know, and her name is already tagged on those clothes. If you really understand what I'm saying, send the clothes back to them. So my mother-in-law came and she packed all the clothes and gave them to my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law said she would take the clothes back to them. Now, what I now found out is that the parents of this girl that we see, they were never sorry for anything the daughter did. You know, they were never sorry. They were even telling my wife's mother that we are going to pay them for what the girl has been doing. And I told my wife, I said, that's no problem, but if they want to go that way, first, their daughter will pay for my TV, she will pay for things that she has destroyed in my home, because in the end, we're forgiving your daughter. We didn't do anything. He said she should do. You know, and that's it. So you see, since then we've been living in peace, as it is. So I told my wife, I said, nobody is coming here to help with the children.
No more house girl.
No more. We are going to do everything ourselves, you know. So once I come back from work and with my kids, you know, I help my wife do other things in the house. You know, we do them together. She prepares them for school. I brush their teeth and do other things for them, you know, and we take them to school.
Okay.
You know? So
we're running out of time, so I can go. I've been having I appreciate your story, and I'm sure people will learn whatever lessons there are to be learned from this particular story, especially with regards to forgiveness. That, I believe, is a very, very important attribute. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you, and take care of yourself.
God bless you too, Daddy, please.
My love to your wife and family.
I will. I bring my love to everyone in your home.
All right. God bless.
God bless, Daddy, please.
Quite a story it indeed was. How are you guys? I don't have energy. My whole back, they pain me as I did here. Someone said super story. A lot of people. No one said email comments to him. Anything? Does anybody have anything to say?
Sorry.
All right. So, what is your take, real quick? Network is so bad.
Sorry, I'm also in the noisy area. Good evening, Daddy Freeze.
Good evening. Your name is Lala, if I'm correct.
Lala, yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I don't have much to say, but I just found it quite, I don't know, in today's world, when you hear stories like this, it kind of, I don't know, it's a bit confusing for me to actually, like I said, I'm not going to get the time back. I usually listen to what he was saying, but when you talk about children, and talking about a child, bringing a child to do household work, and then the story of witches and wizards and all that, in today's world, it's, I don't know. The whole story, for me, I just feel, all I heard was someone trying to get some kind of audience and just wanting to be out there to be heard. Just, I don't know, but nothing that made sense to me. That's just my view.
Okay, let me ask you, do you live in Nigeria?
No, I don't, but I grew up in Nigeria.
Where do you live?
I live in the UK.
Oh, okay. What do you do?
I'm a practice nurse by profession.
Okay, awesome. So you've never had a spiritual experience like this before?
this way. I think it's down to, I wouldn't say, I mean, people have their own way of defining and expressing their spiritual lives. But let's say, for example, I remember those days when I was growing up in Nigeria, and we used to have house helps too. My mom, we used to have house helps. And I remember a few times, because I think it's the exposure, and a lot has to do, I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I think a lot has to do with the churches. And the reason why I'm coming to something now, because I remember those days, my mom used to go to, like, there was this church, I can't remember the name of the church, and it was so strong on spirituality and witches and wizards and stuff. So I remember one time we went to school, my mom came to pick us from school, and then we came back home, we couldn't get into the house. We lived in a block of flats then upstairs. So we were ringing the bell, calling out to the housemaid, she didn't come. We knock, shouted from the window. We were on the ground floor. She was upstairs, through the window, down, up, nobody. So our neighbor had to climb from his own balcony at the back, his patio, through the fancy block into our own at the back. And luckily the door was open. So he got in, opened the door, saw the housemaid was sleeping. Yeah, so we got a mom was so upset, shouting, look at, she's a witch, she's in her coven, they're having meeting. And this one, no, she was there shouting at the girl still didn't wake up while she was shouting. And the next thing, she just hit the girl, the girl jumped up, and everything, and she was crying and screaming. And the next thing, another neighbor came and was talking, witch, and the whole thing didn't make any sense. So it could have been a series of reasons why the girl did. Who knows? Maybe she was unwell. Who knows? A lot of things can happen, and it's very quick. And I noticed that in Nigeria, it's so easy and so quick for us to blame every single thing on spirituality and witches and wizards and all. But the truth of the matter is, it could be anything. And I just feel that children, especially when you're taking someone's child to be a maid and all of that stuff, you have to consider a lot of things, to their family background. And then, I don't know, the whole story was just, the thing was just pissing. I'll be honest, I was not impressed at all. The things I am me. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you to everyone. We do have some very powerful stories and testimonies from time to time, and some are just for us to pick a piece or two. And
they never press you before, my dear. Look, exposure. I believe exposure is key.
It's key.
We all have
It's
to be
master key,
exposed.
self.
Exposure awareness is key. Be aware, be exposed, know what's up. Let's not allow, everything doesn't have to be witches and wizards and people pressing you. It's yeah, we know that we're surrounded by energy, and what we do, we speak things into existence. Yes, that's how the universe operates, but still, you can't be blaming people. What's my conclusion? Was my mom's house help a witch? Didn't know she was not a witch. The girl just liked food and she used to eat a lot, so the girl was just enjoying her sleep afternoon. That's my conclusion.
All right, my darling sister Lala, are you Yoruba, Igbo?
Thank you, Daddy Breeze. I appreciate it. Have a lovely day.
You too. Are you Yoruba, Igbo? What's your tribe?
Sorry?
Are you Yoruba, Igbo, Edo?
No, I'm Ijo.
Oh, okay.
I'm Ijo.
Most times, Ijo people always believe in all this plenty supernatural. Anyway, thank you so much for joining live. Take good care of yourselves. And that indeed was a story. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Take care
Thank
and
you
God
very
bless
much.
you.
All right. Bye.
Guess what, guys? Remember the story I brought on earlier on, the lady whose child was hit? Oh, you didn't watch that story? The lady whose child was hit. The lady who lost her 10-year-old daughter. The family of the lady who hit the child have reached out to me. So let me look into that and see what we're going to do about this. Take care and God bless you all.